get everybody's hopes up, but we've had some, there was some talk about, there's a person that owns a business currently in Milwaukee. South of the Twin Cities. He already has an established business. He's interested in possibly coming into Ontonagon. Ideally, he would like to go into the shipyard. And this person makes a product using recycled paper, and he makes countertops and tabletops and basically anything you can put into a form. He can make a product that is very wood-like. It has about the same consistency from what I read of basically a pine board. You'd end up with the same consistency. Most of his products, although he does do countertops, he uses some recycled plastic on his countertops, and it's a hardboard kind of a thing. He already has a business established. It's on a fairly small scale, but there's a lot of possibilities out there. And we're talking with him and talking with the city and talking with those politicians that were out there. We're talking to them too to try to see what they can do to help us bring these jobs into our area. Action items. And like I said, a couple of the action items that we're meeting with both of those interested parties and trying to see what we can do as a community to help bring them here. There is several action items on here. More contact with the public officials, trying to see what they can do. Also investigating carbon credits. One of our members thought carbon credits might be something that we'd want to investigate and look at and see if that might bring some money into our area. So they're looking into that, and we'll meet again in a couple of weeks. Those were really the highlights. From anybody that was in that meeting, is there anything key that I missed? It was debated whether we should really even be talking about bringing new employers into the county, and at this stage right here, because it may offer false hope to everyone that we're going to have these companies coming in tomorrow. That's not where we're at with it. Basically, we've identified a couple of businesses that are interested in our area, and we need to go through the process and find out what we can do as a community to attract them here and get them established. So that's the phase that we're at right now. We also went over a little bit of education, and I gave assignments to almost everybody that was there. I don't know if I gave everyone an assignment, but everyone had some assignments. A couple of those revolved around education, education in the high school, or starting in the school system, working with Michigan Tech, working with Giving Community College, having them come down, do seminars for high school students, possibly do seminars for adult ed and that kind of stuff. Also working with Michigan Works. There's belief that now that the mill is closed, that Michigan Works will get some funding for retraining and that kind of stuff. And as a community, we should work with Michigan Works to identify what it is we need retraining in. And so that was part of our mission as well. Anything I forgot? Jeff?
The only thing I might add, Bill, is we did talk a lot about diversifying our workforce, and that's part of why we kind of chase these rabbits, if you will, to see if there's some opportunities there. And Bill, you kind of closed the meeting talking kind of about it's really almost one job at a time. So every little step that we can take to add one more job to the community is really the first step to take.
Yeah, and I dubbed it Project 182, based on the paper Smurfett Stone